All right, guys. So we are back with our part 2 of our Star Wars Celebration countdown show. Countdown to Star Wars Celebration in Anaheim.
Countdown to Star Wars Celebration Strikes Back.
Yes. Episode 2 Strikes Back. And of course, we have a special guest joining us for this episode. So we got Amber and Jade from Walt's apartment, our good friends over there. They do the Star Wars Mando Mondays, Force Fridays episode. So we're going to be talking about, we actually have, from our last episode of Richard and Sarah, we actually have guests and panels now that are lined up, and everything's in full stride. But of course, I couldn't do this show by myself. We got our full crew here. So joining us is the Son of Darkness, the only Disney podcaster that doesn't listen to his own show or even know who Danny Elfman is. Ryan, how's it going, man?
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to upset you guys.
Elf and he's a man. Come on.
Yeah.
No, yeah, well, you got that right. So, no, once we had that little thread going, I'm like, oh, I got to give him crap for that. But
that's okay. I understand.
But how you doing, man?
Good. I hope you're just getting ready for my trip, my before celebration madness trip.
Sweet. We'll definitely hit on that as you get into.
What are you, like 3 weeks out?
The closer planning.
4 weeks out?
Yeah, I think I leave on the 16th, so about a month.
Yeah, right on. So a week before celebration. So countdown to Ryan's Disneyland celebration.
Avoiding celebration.
Pre-celebration.
Yes. And of course you hear that our other good friend co-host, the Big Smooth.
Always celebrating.
Our big fan celebrating Danny Elfman at Coachella. What's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, man. Shout out. Hit us up in the comments if you also were watching Danny Elfman at Coachella so I can geek out with you. It was an awesome set. He did. I wasn't aware he put out, I guess I wouldn't call it a solo album, but at least an album under his name, Danny Elfman, last year in 2021.
Yeah.
He played Oingo Boingo. And then cut in between, he had an orchestra behind him playing. I mean, we had Spider-Man, Nightmare Before Christmas, The Simpsons, Pee-wee Herman. I mean, so much awesome stuff. It was like my childhood and my adulthood were like merged in just celebration of it was all the cool stuff from my childhood, but being able to appreciate it as an adult. And that was really cool.
Yeah, sadly I missed out on it. I had a long day of work on that Saturday.
I'll find it for you. It's going to be on YouTube.
But I know.
Sorry, but for at time of recording, this is the day after weekend 1 of Coachella. Weekend 2 is this upcoming weekend, and there will be another YouTube live stream, which they would be remiss if they didn't put Danny Elfman's set up there again because it was amazing.
Yeah, absolutely, and. No, I know you mentioned like his newer album. I've heard some of the songs on Spotify. He's done like a few musical collaborations with like Trent Reznor and I think even like Marilyn Manson and stuff. So yeah, it's very spooky, very Elfman-y, but like early Elfman stuff that he's always wanted to do when he was
like rock too.
Yeah. Little electronic, little rock. So
that's what I got from the set. He had a part of his band that he had with him. Wes Borland of Limp Bizkit fame was playing guitar with him. Yes. And Jason Freeze, who tours and is part of the Green Day's touring group, he was doing the drums with him. So that was really cool. And like I said, he had kind of like a full band with him below, but then behind he had a full orchestra. And what I thought was the coolest in beginning, I can't remember what they were saying, but it was like kind of one word and it sounded like a DJ was mixing it. It was like, go. But then they flash up to the choir and it's them just doing it. So it sounded like it was being mixed. It was
crazy.
One of my favorite things with live music is when they make it sound so close to like being lip synced or off tape.
Like a studio.
You can tell they're clearly, it's like any like beer, like food. So many pieces come together, like even Imagineering, I can say, to make it pertain to this. So many small pieces and disciplines come together to make one great thing that we enjoy. So,
and just touch on it briefly too. I know you mentioned in the thread, but one of the sets I did want to see was I think at Coachella. I don't know if it was last year, or the year before, or maybe a few years ago, but was Hans Zimmer.
That was a couple of years ago, yeah.
Yeah, so that would have been a great one to see. And
that's why I got excited. I still keep thinking about how great it would be to walking across the grass in Indio at the polo fields. Hans Zimmer playing the theme from Pirates of the Caribbean, and I'm just
cool.
3 sheets to the wind, enjoying my life. I'd probably be out there swashbuckling with whoever I can find.
Oh, probably, or even if he did the Lion King, kind of reenacting.
He did that too?
Oh yeah, he did the stamp. He did the score.
Damn.
Elton John did the music, and Hans Zimmer did the score. So
nice.
But
tag team back again.
Yeah, exactly. I eventually want to do a breakdown on certain scores from like Hans Zimmer, Danny Elfman, Michael Giacchino. So once we get down with all this Star Wars Celebration busyness, maybe we'll get into some of that stuff that we wanted to talk about. Get back to the movie retrospects and everything. But this is Star Wars season. We're almost in our Star Wars month coming up on YouTube. So I'm lining up some guests for that. But we do got a few news items to bring up. One thing that we're all excited about, and you might be able to see everything except one thing, but Disneyland night shows are returning this Friday, April 22nd, except Fantasmic. So we got the Main Street Electrical Parade, Disneyland Forever, which was the 60th anniversary fireworks show, and Roll to Color.
The wonderful
will be returning. So that's very exciting. One thing about the Main Street Electrical Parade, at first I was like, I love the parade. I grew up with it, but I was happy with Paint the Night, and I like the updated version because that's the version we always wanted. But it's the 50th anniversary for the Main Street Electrical Parade, so it makes sense why it's coming back. And we're going to get a new finale. And before we kind of talk about it and a couple other things real quick, we did get a little video here on YouTube. I'm going to start it a little bit in the middle because it's just one of the Disney park kind of videos. So bear with me here. They kind of talk about the new float and the new drum. So let's pull it up here. Where's it at? Here we go. Push play.
Thing our guests are going to see is that we've taken the drum and train and we've added our 50-year celebration on there. And
that's cool.
All the way to the end of the parade, where
the parade culminates an amazing, brand new, spectacular finale celebrating the idea of togetherness. And that's
retooled the flag. That's the flag.
Yeah.
Classic. Robin, can you tell me where the inspiration came from?
It's a small world?
It is a small world. In keeping with Mary Blair's amazing inspiration to Small World, we actually wanted to bring our characters to life in a similar fashion. And the finale unit starts off with the Blue Fairy realized in doll form. You'll see other stories played out. Raya and the Last Dragon, Mulan, Hercules, Miguel. We'll see brand new stories as well, like the characters from Encanto.
First time being represented in any parade in the parks.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, what's really cool about this is you're going to get a completely different set of character stories depending on what side of the street you watch the parade from.
Moana.
So you gotta come back.
I can't wait. There's a lot of hard work. We're finally getting our spectaculars back into the park.
Absolutely. And this represents, a couple of years of planning, of hard work from a lot of artisans who are wanting to bring the magic back to life for all of you at home so that you can create your own brand new traditions with your family as well.
Very cool.
Yes, let's all create a brand new tradition and check out this 50-year-old show.
Right on. So
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Too.
They just always have a great way to spin reselling you the same thing again.
Exactly. So, and the only reason why I was I don't want to say burnt out on the Electric Parade, because it is an amazing parade, 50 years worth. But since they updated the music, and I'm used to the CD version, and to me that's the better version of the parade. But no, I'm excited to see it. The new float looks beautiful. I am bummed because I did love the patriotic finale of the float with the flag and the eagle and everything. And but what they're doing, I mean, it looks really cool, especially tying in Mary Blair and Small World. I know you both said you're excited, but what do you think? What do you like the most, Ryan?
And the music.
Yeah,
I just like the music. I'm not a big. This is the only parade I really would sit down and get a spot for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big parade or show guy, so I'm just excited to see it on the lights.
Especially, I mean, even if you're not watching the parade, having it when you're walking at night, just hearing it from afar or seeing it passing by is always really cool. What about you, Alex?
I mean, yeah, it's a classic. I think there's something a little more special about a night parade The day parades are great. Probably a little more so when you're a kid who's parents trying to tuck you in before the night parade's even rolling through.
Yeah.
But yeah, the light, the music, it just brings, we always talk about, but we as the Disney community always talks about how the parks are different at night. And a night parade is just kind of another element that takes it almost exponentially to the next level.
Yeah, the extra little bit of magic, what I think. And of course, what comes with new shows, new parades, and our returning stuff is new food. So did you guys see any of the food offerings out? Because I know one thing they brought up, and we almost shared this, but I know a lot of people were, but was the new Elliott popcorn bucket that lights up.
And the sipper.
And the sipper, which is the turtle, right?
The snail.
Snail, that's right.
Yeah, it's those are going to be wild. I mean, we all watched what happened with Figment over in Epcot. I predict more. I guess if anything, Disney will have the reference of what happened with Figment in Epcot.
Yeah,
maybe they'll do something candy cane like and make people come and like get a number or line up, or even like when we went down and got the tiki glasses, make people go on at like 6 a.m. and do a mobile order for it, which I think would be smart. You're going to have a lot of unhappy people, but it is a better way of limiting it to 2 per person and making sure more people can get to it. They can even space it out over the days too. We've already dealt with Rise of the Resistance and the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat there. So I don't think it would be bad for them to do it with this, especially, you don't want to hear about people standing in 8-hour lines for popcorn buckets.
Yeah.
Disney has said it will be the buckets and sipper will be here throughout the whole season.
Sweet.
So you can get it in a month. It'll still be here.
I'm hoping.
I forgot you're going. You're our mule, Ryan.
Oh yeah.
I don't tend to go for buckets, but that's a bucket I want.
Yeah. I might pass on the sipper, but I feel
I'll pass on the sipper, but I want the bucket.
Yeah, for sure.
That's going to be my new nightlight.
Yeah, I'll put it right next to my Tron cycle that I got from Jess from LTP. Shout out in Shanghai. Ryan, I didn't pull up, but did you see some of the food offerings that are off? Okay.
I got it right here.
Cool.
I'll do a rapid fire. There's not many. So Disneyland, we'll start at Disneyland. They have a new ice cream. It's called the Unicone at Gibson Girl. Flavor's kind of weird. It's banana, cherry, and pistachio.
That sounds delicious to me.
I mean, pistachio is kind of a classic ice cream flavor. I don't see it many other places. Ice cream and beer.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on most of it. I'm gonna pass on most of this actually. A new churro. We have the blueberry looks good on you. So it's a blueberry with dusted churro with a blueberry cheesecake dipping sauce. I'm not a big blueberry guy, but if you like blueberries, you got that. Actually, this sounds interesting. It is the electric sweet and salty popcorn. So it's sweet kettle corn combined with regular popcorn. And that's at Fantasyland Theater.
So would that be similar to what's at Galaxy's Edge?
That's
I haven't had the
because that's flavor.
Yeah, no,
okay.
that tastes like Fruity Pebbles. This would just be like
fruit and chocolate. Right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this would just be kettle corn and regular popcorn mixed. So that sounds great.
So yesterday's kettle corn and yesterday's popcorn.
Under a lamp, a light heater. What is this? We have at we already went through that. Okay, at Jolly Holiday, we have the Parade macaron. It's yellow macaron filled with honey, buttercream, and lemon curd topping with rainbow sprinkles. So there's no picture of that, but it sounds
good.
Fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the one I'm most excited for. It's a minecart brownie with white chocolate dipped dark chocolate brownie topped with sugar gems. So it looks like a brownie with white icing sugar, and it looks like Lucky Charms marshmallows on top of sprinkles.
Interesting.
Can't go wrong with that. We have a new a Linzer cookie. So it's a citrus shortbread Linzer cookie with a strawberry glaze.
What's a Linzer cookie?
No idea. It's a cookie, I guess, with Linzer on it.
Right on. Well, that's
and at the
thanks
plaza.
for the info.
It's just like a cookie. It literally just looks like a cookie with cherry. Plaza Inn, we have the Parade Confetti Bundt Cake. So I think that's just going to be kind of a rainbow piece of cake. And then there is the dining package for the electrical parade that I want to get into if we have time. I'm not happy about that. Refreshment corner. They're going to have an electric relish hot dog. So it's a hot dog with bacon, mustard, cheese sauce, electric relish. I'm not sure what that is. Spot peppers.
I'm hoping it's spicy relish. I'm
Awesome.
a relish stan over here. I love me some relish.
Kind of sounds like a Chicago dog without the tomatoes. And there's going to be the Firefly chips. So it's corn chips topped with chili, cheddar, Monterey Jack, and jalapenos.
Okay.
I don't like chili or jalapenos, so won't be getting that. Red Rose Tavern. It has a. Okay, no, never mind. They have a pineapple nightlight, so a fresh pineapple puree with Sprite and a glow cube.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so that's an interesting one. A new churro. We have Parade Dreams, not of dreams. It's just a colorful sugar dusted churro with fruit drizzle garnished with rainbow candy. Sounds a little too sweet.
Well, so far everything's very colorful.
Yes, I think that's the theme. With
the wonderful food of color.
We have the electric or the popcorn bucket and the sipper. And then heading over to DCA, we have the World of Color dessert party with just some desserts. I guess I'm sure there's no price yet, but I'm sure it'll be like $50, and you get a little plate of desserts and a place to stand for the show.
I'm taking the over on that.
Over 50?
I'm gonna say $69.99.
That's what I was thinking, but the Plaza Inn is only $40 for lunch plus a spot. So
yeah, but this will be seated. The dessert parties are usually seated.
Oh, it's seated. Okay.
I mean, usually seated because it's during the show.
Okay, then maybe. There's also other ways to get into World of Color. There's the Storytellers Cafe dining package, which is the all-you-can-eat.
Wait, is the dessert parties World of Color or the
World of Color?
Yeah. That's actually I'm gonna up it $79.99 because they include champagne in that one.
Oh,
they have had a dessert party for World of Color before. That's why I questioned it, because I was like, oh, dessert party in Disneyland, no alcohol, but DCA.
Yeah, there you go. Cha-ching.
So adults, go get your money's worth.
It doesn't say. It just says sweet delights, including raspberry cookies, cheesecakes, and Mickey crisps. It doesn't say anything about champagne.
I mean,
but if there is, I'd go with you, closer to 100.
Yeah.
There is the World of Color dining package at Wine Country Trattoria.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the one. 3-course meal, including chicken parm, fettuccine alfredo, salmon, roasted veggie, lasagna, and tiramisu, to name a few. So it says coming soon.
For me and you.
Yes.
I think our chicken parm was part of the dining package, or not the dining package, but it was on the special menu during Oogie Boogie Bash, because I remember seeing a picture of it and I was like, I want that. And then I realized that I had to make a sit-down reservation. We didn't do that. We did get over to
Lamplight. Yeah. Well, that sounds really good though. So,
and one last one for another way to get into World of Color. Another dining package includes all-you-can-eat dinner buffet at Storytellers Cafe. That is rich people food. If you like the flavors of rich people food, you like Storytellers Cafe. I like chicken strips.
Isn't Storytellers Cafe like the quick service, I thought?
Storytellers is in the hotel.
Yeah, I was thinking the spring water, the one that's
I got you
at the end of the. Okay,
so yeah,
well, that sounds cool. But so if anybody's trying any of those, my big target, if I go, I'm planning on going before Celebration, but is the bucket, the Elliot for sure.
Yes.
So
I'm sure by then it'll calm down and there'll be some.
Hopefully, yeah. Well, right on.
So that's that.
That's a nice.
That's all
list.
the food.
Well, from happy stuff, I'm kind of moving. I hate to bring up any sad things, but it is life, and sadly, part of life is death. And we just got about a week ago comedian Gilbert Gottfried passed away at age 67. His family posted on his social medias that he passed after having a long illness. Doesn't really say what it was, but us Disney fans know and love Gilbert as Iago, the parrot from Aladdin. He voiced him in all 3 movies, the TV show, and Disney World actually redid. They updated Tiki Room for a short time with Iago and Zazu, and it was kind of ill-fated, didn't last very long, but he did reprise his role as Iago and actually sang a version of "Friend Like Me." So I personally have always been a big fan of him, from like the Problem Child movies to his stand-up.
Who was he in Problem Child? Because I was like, I feel like I remember him from that.
He was the guy that kind of placed, I forget the name of the kid, but placed the problem child with the family.
That's the children's services worker.
Yeah, exactly. His stand-up was hilarious. I remember one of my favorite interviews with that I seen him with him recently, and this was about a year and a half ago. Was his he was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and it was such a great discussion. I mean, he was. Growing up, he was just like, how's this guy famous? He's so weaselly, but that was his niche, and he was great at everything he did, was great as Iago. And for me personally, definitely, somebody is definitely going to be missed. Any favorites on you guys about Gilbert Gottfried at all? Or
I knew of him and what his voice, but I didn't. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry. I didn't even realize that he was the bird. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I guess he just wasn't a big name. I just never picked up on it. So.
Yeah. Well, growing up in the 80s and 90s, he always had bit parts, but they were like really good bit parts. So
I remember him. I remember him, a bunch of stuff. And I guess my main memory would be actually taking his voice away, in the sense at Disney California Adventure.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was the Ursula's Grotto portion of the character kind of walkthrough. So to this day, you can still go down into the Beasts place where Lemure does the thing to tell you which character you are. I think the other 2 were closed, right?
I believe so. And yeah, that was one of my favorite, one of those where you dub your voice.
Right. So Ursula's Grotto is, played on the whole thing where Ursula steals voices of people. And it actually had 2 dialogue portions from Disney movies and 2 song portions from Disney movies where you could insert your voice over the character's voice. So to that end of Gilbert Gottfried, I remember the Aladdin scene and trying to replicate Gilbert Gottfried's Iago voice for that. And that was a cool spot. It's kind of sucks that presumably it's of Disneyland past now, but if you ever got a chance to go in there, which I'm sure a bunch of you did, you'll remember. And that was a fun spot. I always ended up giggling with whoever I was with, listening to it back with our voices over the animation.
You know what? I might have a video somewhere of me actually doing that, because it was I was doing Iago's voice, and my sister or my niece was Jafar, and it was the part where he was like, "I'm so ticked off that I'm molting."
Yeah. I'm molting.
Yeah.
Yes, I took a video too. We'll have to dig those up at some point because we are going to be doing an Aladdin anniversary episode this year.
We will.
So we'll have to dig it up for that.
And I forget the artist, but there's a lot of Disney artists that are doing really cool pieces of Genie and Iago together, being Robin Williams and Gilbert Gottfried, which are 2 iconic stand-up comedians around the same time too. So definitely rest in peace, Gilbert Gottfried. More sad news. Again, growing up in the 80s, 90s, and he's been doing movies even in Ryan's times here, but it might not seem very Disney, but he's done a lot of Touchstone movies and a few Disney movies. And just if you're a fan of movies, Bruce Willis announced that he will be retiring from acting due to a diagnosis of, I'm trying to pronounce this right, but it's aphasia. Thank you. And basically it's a disease that affects your cognitive ability. So basically, like he'll be able to like piece stuff together in his brain, but he won't be able to like if I'm saying, wave to Ryan, I can say it in my head, but I can't. I'm not physically able to do that, and that's just really sad and real shame.
All right.
See, he could do it, but
I don't have a vision. But it is a bummer, obviously, when anybody has an ailment that takes them away from doing what they are amazing at and love. Well, Bruce Willis, you will be missed acting, but we're glad you're still here, and
he's got his family to love for him. So
we'll definitely be recycling some of the catalog. Might
yeah,
have to do a deep dive on Disney's The Kid.
Yeah, exactly. Which is on Disney Plus. Bunch of Touchstone movies. As one of my favorites, Armageddon.
Is The Kid better than Country Bears?
Absolutely not. I've never seen The Kid, but I know.
I would say yes, but but no, we we're definitely hoping for the best, and just real sad news. But jumping on to real happy news though, we got the trailer or teaser for Thor: Love and Thunder. Did you guys see it at all today? Or
I did.
I saw it.
Oh, well, good. But if not, we're going to watch it right now. So let me just cue this up real quick because I thought it was awesome. And let's see. Gotta love a live podcast here. So here we go.
These hands were once used for battle. Now they're but humble tools for peace.
Love the music selection.
I need to figure out exactly who I am.
Goodbye, Fat Thor.
I want to choose my own path. Live in the moment. My superheroing days are over.
You got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where everything was as fresh as the bright blue sky.
Remember what I told you? You ever feel lost? Just look into the eyes of the people that you love.
That's it.
What? Just listening.
Oh yeah. Mew Mew.
Hello, Jane Foster. Oh, hello.
Hello, advertisement.
I just saw so many possible hot toys, and I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, I've already seen the Hasbro Plus ones that they released. Even Gorg the God Butcher, Christian Bale. So
yeah, the early leak on Gore came from a Lego set that has that goat boat.
Yeah,
which I'm stoked for.
Yeah,
you had me at goat boat, Thor.
Oh, you had me at Sweet Child of Mine, but yeah, what a great teaser.
One other song that would have been perfect that I really wish they used is God of Thunder.
Oh yeah,
I Kiss.
That'd been a cool one.
Have they used Thunderstruck yet?
I don't think so. No. But what do you guys think? Good. First.
Yeah, looks fun.
And
I'm tired of trailers and like I know why my friends don't want to watch trailers and teasers. Well, I guess teasers aren't as bad. This was good. I think we were ready for it. I was ready to have a tie-in. Ringerverse Facebook group, someone pitched this, so shout out to you if you were the person who said this in the Ringerverse Facebook group. But they pitched the post credits on Moon Knight being Gore the God Butcher killing all of the Ennead, I believe it was called, all the Egyptian gods, and then cutting to a trailer or teaser from Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh, cool.
I would have been all there for that. But like with the amount of different trailers we've seen for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness to this point, I'm trying to avoid. Like I got my tickets. Like, you don't need to sell me. Don't show me anymore.
Well, I like teasers because it's like, yep, it's just right around the corner. That's all I want. I don't need the whole like the teaser for Doctor Strange was awesome after Spider-Man. This teaser was awesome. The poster that they released was pretty cool. So I don't need to see any more until the post-credit scene of Doctor Strange.
I'm the same guy who makes sure to show up on time for the movies because I love trailers.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think we said this back with Spider-Man No Way Home. It's like, has Marvel not reached a place where we trust? Like, people are going to go. People are going to buy the tickets. People are going to show up. You're going to break records. I would love for them to test the waters and just not do a trailer, but not go past the teaser. Like, I like what happened with Endgame in that we didn't really get anything outside of the first 10 minutes in any of the trailers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You know?
But I love the teasers because it makes me know we're that much closer.
The teasers are great.
But that's it. Yeah.
The variety. It's like someone once said, why do we have commercials for toilet paper?
Well, nobody gets excited for toilet paper. We get excited for Thor.
You don't need to get excited for it. We all need toilet paper. I get why there's different companies competing, but I'm just looking at the price. When I get there, I think to some degree I want something that's going to be comfy. But at the end of the day, I'm walking home with some. So why you got to sell me on it? Why are you wasting advertising money on it?
Go ahead, Ryan.
Wait.
No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't even know this movie was coming out this year. So the trailer is good for someone like me that's not paying attention.
Yeah,
there's so much coming out right now. I thought it was next year. So
I thought it was a wintertime.
Oh, there we go.
But
July 8th?
Yeah.
I don't think they had a date on that teaser. It just said July. But.
Yeah, it's on the poster. So
I mean, it should be. At this point, you did kind of have to have those things marked in just so all the other movie studios know when to not release a movie.
I'm seeing Tom Segura the night it comes out.
July 8th.
I will see it late.
Yeah. So, and it's cool because we're getting the As Guardians of the Galaxy in the movie. So
it looks like we're gonna get a lot of Korg.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Happy about.
Well, one thing that I mentioned, if you go to Hasbro Plus on Instagram, they do a lot of the Black Series Star Wars figures, and they do the MCU figures. So they showed what the Thor figures that are coming out, and each one of the Marvel ones comes with a piece of a character.
Again with this.
Yes, kind of lame, but it's Korg is the pieces you get. But I kind of want to mention the last thing we bring up before we bring in our guests here is speaking of Guardians of the Galaxy. Previews are happening now for cast members at Epcot for Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. And you guys know my niece Tori is a cast member, and she wrote it today. In fact, she wrote it 3 times. She wrote it twice, and they asked her, like, you guys want to write it again? But she she didn't write it a 3rd time, or it broke down or something. But what she did say is there's nothing really that it can be compared to. But she said it's super fun. It's like a mix of Space Mountain, Harry Potter, Gringotts Ride, which is in Florida, and Mission Breakout. So,
well, guess we're going to Florida.
Yeah.
I already got my plans. I will be there on 40th anniversary day.
And a little bit of a spoiler, one of the songs, because they do multiple songs like Mission Breakout, and so she got the conga from Miami Sound Machine, which is a great upbeat song for a roller coaster, I think.
Oh, so kind of like Guardians with the different sound songs.
I believe so, but she said it was really cool, so definitely check that out. But yeah, that was our news. Let us know what you guys think about that. And
real quick, adding to that, today, as of recording, it has been reported that character meets are back to normal, or at least back to a pre-pandemic state where you can hug and get autographs from characters. So as a grown adult who loves to hug, not as much get autographs from characters, I'm excited at that. And I did recently meet a person who was formerly a character at Disneyland, and we're talking about having her on the show. So we have yet to decide if it will be an actual episode or a Patreon episode. Ooh. So if you're not on Patreon, get in the comments and tell us that you want us to do it not Patreon. And if you are on Patreon, are part of the DU crew, tell us it should be only Patreon, and we'll tell everyone else, come join the crew, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, that'd be a great that was a great little connection you made. So very cool that you can hug characters again. So, but now we're going to get back to talking Star Wars. And once again, we're bringing out our good friends from Walt's Apartment Podcast and do our countdown to Star Wars Celebration. Okay, guys. So as promised, we are joined by our good friends from Walt's Apartments Podcast, from the Force Friday, Mando Mondays,
whatever we need it to be
Ahsoka
on any given
Tuesdays,
day.
Luke Fridays, whatever.
Obi-Wan Wednesday.
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Amber and Jade, welcome to the Disney Universe. How you guys doing?
Good. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we were talking about it when I was on your Boba Fett breakdown, and I'm like, all right, we got to definitely get you guys on for the celebration show. Me and Ryan did it back when we were preparing for Chicago, and we would have done it last year and the year after, but anyways, we're 2022, so we're doing it now, and glad to have you guys here with us. So before we kind of get into what's happening at Celebration so far this year, can you guys tell us a little bit about Walt's Apartment and what you guys do with your Star Wars spin-offs, or just are they spin-offs, I guess?
Episodes, you know, we do. So Walt's Apartment is an all things Disney podcast, and we have kind of co-hosts, cast members that are kind of specialized in different aspects of the Disney universe. We got the Marvel Tribe, focuses on the Marvel content. We have an all-inclusive kind of Disney news show where we talk about everything and everybody comes together when they can. And then like the Marvel Tribes once a week. We got Extra Magic Hour, which is a Disneyland Parks podcast that happens once a week or every other week. And then as there's ample Star Wars content, Jade and I get together and rebrand the Star Wars segments or episodes according to what we're talking about. So it's been Force Friday, it's been Mando Monday. We're go with the flow.
Yeah. Well, right on. And I've been honored being part of the Walt's Apartment every once in a while, and always have fun talking to you guys. And we had David and Samantha from Marvel Tribe helping us with Moon Knight, which thank God, because we needed them with a little background of that show. It's an interesting show, but man, there's a lot to digest and everything. Yeah. But we're more versed in Star Wars than, well, we're pretty good at Marvel, but Moon Knight was a little.
Yeah. Some of that stuff you can really easily miss. It's like when we talk about Star Wars and we get kind of in the weeds of things and we start talking Clone Wars and they kind of glaze over a little bit, same thing.
Yeah, I know even me and Alex recently we were doing the Moon Knighting show for the third episode, and I think a couple times we're like, oh, it's Poe Dameron running through Egypt, pretty much. So, that's how we kind of got through it. But speaking of Poe Dameron, Star Wars Celebration, just over a month away now. So how are you guys preparing for it?
Well, we are crafting at the kitchen table right before this, making our Disney ears for our Disney bounding days, because we're hitting Galaxy's Edge for the first time on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday leading up to Celebration.
Nice.
So we're very excited about that.
Nice. And
so we're prepping cosplays and Disney bounding days and all of that stuff. I'm making swag. So did you guys get any swag at Star Wars Celebration Chicago?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some patches, I think, and buttons and
patches,
stickers.
Buttons. Yeah,
cool.
A lot of stickers. So, and we're making some for here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm the only one going this year, but.
Oh well,
that's the week before. See if the crowds.
Going back to Galaxy's Edge real quick. I'm kind of the galaxy brain of this. I'm stealing stuff from the Ringerverse, things that they say, but things just pop to me on the spot. And being it's your first trip to Batuu, I want Joey and Ryan and myself to pick one thing they got to do in Batuu. Got to eat, got to buy, got to check out.
Ryan, go ahead, Ryan.
Well, I'm going to go Ronto Wrap because I think that's the best food, like one of the top 5 foods in Disneyland. So I don't know if you're a vegetarian or not, but the meat one, the original, is the best.
They have a meat one. They have a breakfast one.
Ooh.
Ronto Wraps any time of the day. I would have said that too. I always get stymied by the price. I'm like, how can they charge that much for a glorified hot dog? But it's really good. It's really good, and I'm gonna buy it every time. It's gotten me through standing in line at Smuggler's Run quite a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought about that too. I just dropped my phone. No,
Yes.
I'm like, oh man, that is too expensive for like a hot dog in a taco. But after the second bite, it's like, it's like that Pirates of the Caribbean. They're like, why is the rum always gone? He stands up. Oh, that's why. It's like, why is it so good? Oh, that's why. So,
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ryan. Sorry.
I was just gonna say that opening day, the Ronto wraps, I think were like $6.50. Now they're almost like $15 or something.
It's like they keep saying, what will they pay? What will they pay?
They were that cheap on opening day?
Opening day,
I want
they
to
were
say it was like 7 something, but it was definitely below $10, and now they're like $15.
Yeah, below 8 for sure, but I think it was $6.50.
Any other food, Ryan, that you would throw in?
Do you like? Well, I don't know what kind of popcorn they have right now. They have a special popcorn cart, but they switch out the flavors all the time. Kettle corn, sorry. But if it's the Fruity Pebbles one, that one's delicious.
These are real proprietors of businesses on the planet of two.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Yeah.
What about you, Alex? What would you say is a must-do?
I'm going to say the data pad. I think it's something that I've only gotten into more as I've been there a couple of times, and it sounds like you guys are going to be there for a couple of days. It's definitely great while you're standing in line at either Rise or Smuggler's Run. They have certain things that you can do. I mean, you want a whole separate battery charger just to be able to play data pad in Galaxy's Edge. They have a capture the flag type game between the Resistance and the First Order, where you can choose which one to join and then go around the land and kind of scan into different places for your team. You can accept jobs. I know it's not quite what we were promised in the Blue Sky stages, but scanning into jobs and earn credits and stuff that kind of stick around with you in that data pad feature. Just something that I think a lot of people gloss over because there is so much to see and so much to do. But especially at those points where you're just sitting and hanging out, or if you're standing in a line, I forget what the specific feature is called, but it's basically like a scan thing where anywhere you see these it's almost like if Aubrish and QR codes had a baby, that's what it is on the side of boxes.
Nice. Okay.
And you can scan those and it tells you what's inside of certain boxes. I'm pretty sure one, when you're walking out of Smuggler's Run, holds Boba Fett's armor.
Ooh.
Yeah, because when you scan them, you're technically collecting them to your pad, and if you get a certain amount, you might get like a free pin that you can only get through scanning that or something weird like that. But
I haven't heard of any of the free giveaway things happening. But it is just something more you could do if you don't want to stand in a line or pay $15 for a glorified hot dog. It's just a cool added feature. Just make sure you have that backup phone battery.
Nice. Yeah.
Well, I guess for me, if money's not an issue on this one, and definitely building a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Is
already reserved. That and a droid. Yeah.
That is,
I mean, it's our first time.
Yeah.
We're going all out here.
And that is awesome because, I'm in my early 40s and I've never had any lightsaber more expensive than $12. And even when the Force effects ones came out and light effects, and I always wanted the green, the Jedi Luke one, Return of the Jedi, and I just never got to it. I'm like, I was going to buy it. I'm like, I'll wait. So for me, building it for the first time was
nice.
A life-changing experience in a way.
No, I'm very excited. I have a sparring saber for my Jedi, and that I can actually hit people with.
Oh yeah, nice.
But
nice.
I'm looking forward to building my own to be,
And these ones you can actually fight with them. I don't know to what extent. I heard some friends from some Saber Guild friends mention that they were able to test them out. But yeah, it was really cool. I knew the color, the crystal I wanted, and I stared at it the whole time until it came to me. So it spoke to me. But no, definitely cool. That. And one thing, and I know we were talking about this before we were recording, but Oga's. I know you mentioned that the reservations are full. I've heard from everybody in different Star Wars groups for Celebration that it's full, but I think Ryan and Alex both been, and I've seen people walk right up towards the end of the day. So if you, it's always worth checking it out. Plus, but 2 at night, the Falcon and the lights.
If you could watch the fireworks but in front of the Falcon, that's an experience.
We did that on our last visit in July, and I just pulled up, Star Wars Greatest Hits on Spotify because they don't pipe the music into Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
So it was kind of cool. I was, just playing all the Star Wars hits to the fireworks, which was fun.
Nice.
It's fun without music, but fun.
Yeah.
And no one near me had a problem with that.
Yeah, and if you do the fireworks at Galaxy's Edge, if you could be on the little raised platform by Docking Bay 7.
Overlooking the Falcon, because that's where they are, right behind there.
All right.
But it's...
So this is a lot of information.
No, it's good. It's getting filed away. Trust me.
And, the thing about Galaxy's Edge, too, especially if I know you guys are big Star Wars fans, but I could be in there for hours just staring at walls, staring at,
we
everything.
fully expected to expend at least an entire day there just in Galaxy's Edge. And then, we'll probably wander around Disneyland 2 of the other days, but our focus is definitely Galaxy's Edge and riding those rides as many times as we can and meeting characters and doing the whole bit. So
do you have make sure your reservations are Disneyland start parks?
Ooh, say that again.
Like your Disneyland ticket reservation, just double check that your start park is Disneyland.
Oh, it is. Yes.
It is?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I just know people that haven't been there.
I had somebody walk me through everything because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I was just seeing in groups. A lot of people are confused. So,
and the last thing I'll say about this, and this is the way I did it because I was told through a friend that went there just before me, and it wasn't Ryan. It was one of our mutual friends. But there's 3 entrances you guys probably already know about. But if you, for the first time, highly recommend going through Critter Country. That far entrance because I think it's the reason why I think it's cool is the other 2 entrances, Fantasyland and Frontierland. It's like you go under the bridge and boom, you're there. It's really cool. But if you go the other direction, it's kind of like a slow burn, but it kind of builds up. To me, it kind of builds up your anticipation. You cross under the railroad tracks, and you just see like a little foresty thing. And you start hearing animals and stuff. Then you see a tower. Then you're like, oh, okay, that's cool. Then you see an A. So it's like you get everything in small doses as you're kind of building up. You see R2 unit tracks in the pavement, and I just think that's a great way to experience it for the first time. Just that little slow burn. But
yeah, cool.
And pay for the Genie Plus extra to get on.
Did that.
Yeah.
It's and then extra. You can pay for something else too for one. Is it the
like the main Genie Plus does not include Rise? You have to pay an extra 20 for Rise.
Yeah,
but do it. And then also,
but you can only do that the day of, right, in the park,
and only once.
Yeah.
But do it.
and before we get to actual celebration, are you guys doing any of the Disneyland After Dark parties, the Star Wars nights, or?
No, I'm not. We were trying to save up our money for other things, and we thought,
Good call.
Yeah, I think it's a good call, but there's a lot of stuff going on every night anyways, outside of the celebration. But speaking of...
It's like an extra $140 a ticket, so we were like,
And I heard that the rides aren't working. I mean, they have a few extra little things, but...
Yeah, Rise isn't going, I don't think.
Yeah, it's... I don't know, it's weird, but... No, that's cool. But I'm not going either. So I'm doing a baseball game, and I'm hosting a party, going to a couple other parties.
Star Wars night baseball game.
Yeah. So, but the first panel that got announced was the Lucasfilm Limited panel on Thursday. Well, before this was announced, they actually announced that Obi-Wan Kenobi wasn't coming out on the 24th. It's coming out on the 27th with 2 episodes. So we're like, okay, the first panel is going to be Obi-Wan Kenobi then. I mean, surely. But we're getting the Lucasfilm, which is going to be a little bit of talking about some stuff that's happened in the past, but mostly the current and future presentations.
Well, they list Obi-Wan as one of the pieces of that showcase. So
yeah, and that's what I want to talk about is like I'm guessing you guys would love to go to, all the panels, kind of all the major ones, but with this one, what would like intrigue you that you'd like to see at this particular presentation?
Well, yeah, I would hope that we see some Obi-Wan, right? Either like the first 10 minutes of episode 1 or, something major. I'm sure has to drop that Thursday, whether it's in this particular panel or their yet to be announced panel. But there's a reason they moved those episodes to Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. Ryan, Alex, any guess on that or anything? If you guys are this is most likely going to be streamed too on YouTube. Is there like anything specific you guys want to see announced or shown on this?
I'm playing off of that. That there's a reason. There's always a reason. A method to the madness, as my mom used to say. I am interested, intrigued, excited as to what that reason might be. Whether it be something will be revealed that they want revealed before the show starts, or something that's in episode 2 that they didn't want people to have to wait a full week to get to. I don't know what it is, but if I'm able, I'll definitely be watching it streamed for sure. The panel, that is.
Yeah. What about you, Ryan?
I'd like to see a new movie trilogy be announced. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't think that'll have anything to do with Obi-Wan though.
Well, this is
just
a
like in
Lucasfilm.
yeah.
So just anything you want to see?
Yeah. I thought that was a question.
Yeah.
Is that wrong?
Okay.
No, you got it.
Oh, sorry. Ouch, you're wrong. No,
I'd like to see an Ahsoka trailer. That's what I'd like to see.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you guys will get that. We won't see that on live.
I have a feeling we're going to get more Andor, even though that show I'm pretty sure is pushed to fall, winter. But we already got the sizzle reel, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
So last I heard of Andor is they're guessing, or they're saying fourth quarter, which summer quarter, but some people are saying end of August to early September.
Are we getting Mando in December this year?
Most likely,
Yes.
yeah.
Cool.
Well, no, didn't we just saw, who was it, Carl Weathers or somebody who had an interview where I don't know if he teased, mistakenly said or something that it could be coming out this summer.
Yeah, that
I don't know if I believe that, if that was just like a slip of the tongue in an interview, but...
Yeah, that was Giancarlo Esposito.
Okay, thank you.
Moff Gideon.
Moff Gideon.
And he kind of spread... he did mention that at a convention, but when he mentioned it was a few days after Carl Weathers retweeted one of the costumers tweeted out the patch for season 3. But so we're done. Then Carl Weathers we're done filming, and what a great time. So, but there's like
post production now.
Yeah, it's like 7 months of post production.
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha.
So I'm hoping. Obviously, I think I'm with Jade and Alex. They switched the dates because we are getting something from Obi-Wan. So I think we're going to get at least the first episode. So the celebration crowd will get it before Friday.
Yeah.
We won't get the second episode, but they might have, like when they did The Mandalorian in Chicago, they did a 10-minute. They did the 8 minutes where Mando goes into and talks to the client, and so that whole scene. Then a sizzle reel. So I think we'll get a sizzle reel in the season.
And that wasn't even until the second episode, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, that was the first episode. That's right.
Yeah, but I think the huge thing is Ewan McGregor's never been a Celebration, so he's going to be there. I think Hayden Christensen's going to show up. Then of course
we
Deborah
are
Chow.
Closely watching for when they announce those guests because we're hopping on that photo op like a hot tamale.
Exactly. So I think plus Deborah Chow, I think they'll be kind of like the main ones on stage. They might bring out some of the Inquisitors and Ice Cube's son and Owen and Baru. So I think they're going to do a lot. But I think we'll get a little bit of sizzle reel. One of the movies I think that they will actually show will be Rogue Squadron, the Patty Jenkins movie.
Have they actually started filming? I never heard anything about that.
It is still a go. When people thought it was kind of like on hiatus, but
because of how bad Wonder Woman 1984 was received.
Yeah, that and her schedule, Patty Jenkins. But
her schedule changed after how bad Wonder Woman 1984 was.
But yeah, but the movie's still a go, but I think it's still looking for a 2024 release or 23.
Well,
I guess it's actually not that far.
Was it 2 years ago when she came out with that little blurb on the rollerblades talking about her father's time as an Air Force pilot or whatever?
Yeah,
I was super pumped for like Top Gun meets Rogue Squadron. That was going to be awesome.
Yeah, so it seems like that's still what we're getting, because I forget the guy's name, and I apologize, but the guy that did the X-Wing or Rogue Squadron novels, it was rumored, people thought that he was involved in it, but he wasn't. But Patty Jenkins referred to a lot of those novels, I guess, for the story, along with the video games that came out for the Rogue Squadron. But I'm hoping to see that. Of course, I think we'll get Andor and like Jade said, anything with Ahsoka. I believe it starts to be filmed this month, so we might get it like on location, like, oh, we can't be there, but we're doing this right now, and so. But it should be a real good way to kick off Celebration, I think.
Yeah, I think we might see that in Saturday's Filoni and Favreau Mando Plus kind of chat, and because I kind of think of it as a spin-off of The Mandalorian in a little bit, so I think they'll probably group all of that into that big panel.
Everybody, where are you at? Is it Favreau or Favroni?
I like Favroni. Sounds like
Favroni
pepperoni.
is a little easier on the tongue for sure.
Yeah.
I like Falovro because it sounds like bro. That's my Falovro over there.
My Falovro.
But Favroni sounds like a pasta, and I love pasta.
Either one's a win-win, but yeah, I was actually perfect segue because I was going to that panel next. That was the next one that got announced, and conversation with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. They're calling it kind of like the Mando Plus, or what we call on our Mando show the Mandoverse. Series of shows.
Nice.
So, but yeah, I think this is like
you said. Bronyverse.
I can see that on a T-shirt.
We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna get your Filovroni versus Favreau.
I mean, you're giving me some great ideas for creating some swag right now. So
put it out there.
So, anything beside, or like, what would you like to see from like the Ahsoka side, or anything from the Mandoverse in this one? Any certain actors, guess?
Honestly, I would just really like to see at least like a snidbit of something. When are they going to start filming this thing? Give me something.
Yeah.
Like just a special look. Anything?
Yeah, anything.
I mean, I loved the CGI Luke and their interactions. And I would like to see that relationship maybe expanded upon a little bit. I don't know what that may look like, but that could be interesting.
I saw rumors that I haven't watched all the cartoons. That like
animated features.
That they could like Ahsoka's gonna split the timeline, so like Mando is a different timeline than like The Last Jedi, and like. So then it could just retcon those terrible movies.
No.
Yeah,
no, I've read that though. I've actually seen that.
I've read it too. I'm with you, but I don't think Disney would ever do that. They've spent too much time, money. Galaxy's Edge is basically built around that trilogy.
It's true.
So there's no way they're going to retcon that. Never going to happen.
That's unfortunate.
You dove too deep into Reddit that time. Sorry.
It was Twitter.
Oh, okay. That tells a lot.
It's real. It's real. It was on the internet, so my mom said that it's.
What I like to say is for all the people that hate the sequel trilogy, there's also a shit ton of people that love it too. So they just get. Oh, I'm one of them. So. But I forgot what I was going to say. I think this will be the first time too that they might actually bring out the Grogu actual puppet on stage, because we've only seen it on gallery, and that'd be a great way to see. Because when they did the Force Awakens,
can we get a Grogu meet and greet in the parks? I know they have BB-8 in Florida. We haven't got them in California yet. We do get R2 roaming around Galaxy's Edge, which if you guys happen to see that would be amazing. I haven't seen him in any of my visits. But that would be awesome.
I have a friend in the next town over who built a exact replica R2D2. It's dope.
BB-8's a little harder. Like, I still don't get how those droids move around on that gyro ball and keep the head up.
I got it. It's magnets. I got one.
You gotta get the hot toy. The hot toy one's so cool.
I'll be getting one. We're going on our honeymoon to Florida 2 weeks at the most magical place on earth in September. But I'm like, if I do it, that's just more luggage to bring back. So I might postpone it until next fall. My 40th birthday will be another giant group trip. And hopefully a point we can do a live recording at the parks together. Cool. Fall of next year. But I want a droid, and I'm definitely going for a BB unit. I think my wife will go for the R2 unit. But yeah, I think that's awesome.
I wanted the R2, but once they released Chopper, I'm like, I might have to get a remote control Chopper from Rebels.
As far as announcements, I saw an article. I didn't click into it, but I saw that they had potentially cast Grand Admiral Thrawn. I don't know if any of y'all saw that. Lars Mikkelsen, presumably of relation to Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, he does a voice on the show.
Yeah, I think that was a fan casting.
Yeah.
Oh, so he does the voice on the. Okay.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, he doesn't look as much as some of the others out there in the nomination fanverse, we'll say.
And the funny thing is about like a lot of Star Wars fans too is like, they want too many times they want the actor that did the voice in a live action, where a lot of times it won't work, in my opinion, but it works perfectly. Like with Bo-Katan, I mean, Katie Sackhoff was great, voice and live action. And go ahead.
I was gonna another one of my off the top. Who you got? Who's your Grand Admiral Thrawn casting?
I'll go ladies first on this one. I think
I got mine. I'm gonna spit it out. I don't think he looks as much like him, but I love this guy on screen, and I think he could bring a lot to the role. Christoph Waltz.
Interesting.
He's not tall enough. I think. I don't know from what I've seen on screen, but I think he would be a killer Grand Admiral Thrawn. At least the way he delivers lines. I mean, and I'm believing that he could do the voice accent. He's done stuff all over the board.
I just see him. I see Thrawn going, "That's a bingo."
Yeah, this is a hard one for me to imagine because I'm so into the books and the books on tape. So voices are really big for me. So when I hear it then outside of the audiobook universe, I'm like, well, that's weird. Even in like the animated stuff, it like took me a little bit of a transition.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Well, I don't know what he sounds like, so I'll just go Johnny Depp.
He could pull it off. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to cheat on this one, kind of. Ryan knows this, but at Celebration in Chicago, they had that giant mural that was out through the entire saga, and certain actors, like for the animated shows, they actually used reference models. Like Hera, they used the cosplayer Ray Connects, and they used another one for Sabine. But for Thrawn, they actually used Pierce Brosnan as the reference for Thrawn.
He's too old.
But makeup.
It'd be good. I don't know. I can't remember the last movie I saw him in. It's been a while.
James Bond.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Well, you got to think, you don't know what time period this is going to be set in, so...
Yeah.
True. I mean, they're all a little older at this point. And who knows how, sorry for forgetting the, home planet, but who knows how they age.
Oh, the Chiss. I'm not a reader, so...
Chiss.
So...
Chiss.
We know we're getting Mando Season 3, Ahsoka. They never said yes or no yet to Book of Boba Fett, like a Season 2. Do you think anything else?
No, I thought they announced that there was a Season 2 now.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
I thought they did.
Sorry.
Am I mistaken?
No, I have no idea.
I saw something when they were talking about how they were promoting their Emmy nominations.
Oh. Yeah.
Another article I saw a headline for and didn't click through, but it was something to the effect of new news about potential season 2 of Book of Boba Fett, with Disney announcing their Emmy nomination. I don't know what you call it, but basically how they're going to promote shows for, like, the big one was Loki, how they were talking about how they were going to put Loki in all the drama categories.
Huh. Weird.
I don't know how he'll really do against the tops of drama television, but it'll be interesting. I mean, it was a good show. I just think Jonathan Majors outperformed him in one episode. So
in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But I know, like, with things like Obi-Wan Kenobi and Ahsoka, they're labeling them as a limited series, and so I know people. I don't know. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, limited. That means one season," and I've been kind of thinking that just because it's limited doesn't mean it's just one season. I still think it could be like possibly 2 to 3, depending on what the story is.
That's wishful thinking, but sure, we'll go with that.
Alex had to cut out for a second, so.
I hope that it's like a limited series and that we get, maybe a few more episodes than we typically would for just a single season.
Yeah.
Of a ongoing live action show, but.
Yeah, because I was thinking, especially with Stranger Things coming out for this final, but they're breaking it up in 2 parts. So I'm like, I can see certain shows like, I don't know, we'll see. But I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to say, I know one of the shows that's been kind of like on hiatus and back and forth is the Heroes of the New Republic. Do you think that one's going to still happen, or you think it's completely...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm not sure. I think that Boba Fett had great potential, but it fell kind of flat. So I don't think even if they wanted to announce a season 2 that it will get as much attention as they would want it to.
Yeah.
I think they just need to fold it into the Mandoverse and, kind of like how it was Mando 3 on its own.
Yeah.
Whatever, as it was, but just kind of enveloping that into part of that. I don't know that a lot of those kind of standalone, more obscure series are going to draw enough attention from people that are casual Star Wars fans. And that's really the makeup of the people that watch Disney Plus.
Yeah, good point. So the next panel, and this is the only other one that's really been announced, is Bad Batch. I personally was not a big fan of Bad Batch. I don't know if Alex and Ryan were.
It's going to be D. Bradley Baker by himself, because he's like all the voices, right?
Yeah.
I did not watch it.
Wow.
Sorry.
So
it was like Clone Wars season 8. We're Clone Wars fans.
I haven't seen Clone Wars either yet.
Well, me too.
I'm sorry. I know I have to watch them.
We even told you. We said Disney.
All right, Ryan. Bye.
The essential episode. Disney. Yeah.
Okay.
What was it when we were getting into Book of Boba Fett? We were like, all right, like Cad Bane, you need to watch some of this. I will say he definitely held. It's hard to say as someone who did watch Clone Wars, but I feel he held his bad-assedness just in his appearance without having any previous background.
Yeah.
Ryan, do you agree?
Pardon?
Cad Bane, did he still come across as pretty badass without having any previous?
Yeah, like I knew the character going in, and then I saw him walking. I was like, "Oh, that's the blue guy," and then he was badass.
Hashtag the blue guy, get it going.
So, I love Clone Wars. I love Rebels. The only reason why I couldn't get into Bad Batch is when they introduced them in the final season of Clone Wars. I thought they were awesome. They couldn't be beat. They were smart. They're badass. And then by the time the show came out, I felt like they were kind of watered down for other characters. That was the only thing. Like,
I see that.
They kept getting outsmarted by stupid people or out fought by
maneuvered, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, they built them up in Clone Wars so much that it was just like, And my favorite parts of Bad Batch were the cameos when Fennec Shand showed up, Cad Bane, even a little bit of Kanan. or Caleb
sisters.
So, I didn't care for them either.
Who did we get? We got what's his name? Old blue soldier. I'm blanking.
Rex.
Thank you, Captain Rex.
Old blue soldier.
Yeah. No, I liked all the added story elements that brought. Like it answered questions, right, that you hadn't seen in canon. Action before. It's just been talked about in novels or comics. So you got to have some of those answers to some of those lingering questions.
Between Bad Batch, Rogue One, what presumably we'll get in Obi-Wan, every little bit of the bridge they can build from episode 3 to episode 4 is awesome. I love that. I do think they peaked with the first episode, so hopefully it gets better in season 2 and we get closer to episode 4 and Rebels. Sorry, forget to leave them out. But every little bit of that bridge between episode 3 and 4, and that's what is cool about the Mandoverse, is that is building the bridge between episode 6 and 7. And eventually, like Palpatine lightning, it'll be all connected,
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Palpatine was there the whole time.
There was Palpatine all along. You got Agatha. So, are you guys interested in the... After me dumping on Bad Batch, but I know there's a lot of people that love it, and I respect that. So, are you guys interested in like going to that panel also, or? Mm-hmm. And what do you hope to see like from in the season 2?
Well, I want to know more about Omega.
Omega.
Yeah. Omega. And how she ties into again the bridge, the rest of it. Like, where was she? Where is she? What's happened? Yeah. Is there some way where she'll meet Boba? Because they're, so.
And will we see Tamea Morrison dressed as Omega, grown-up Omega? So,
ew, I don't want to picture that.
Yeah, right. No. But those are some of the main panels that are just brought up right now, and we got a bunch of guests announced. I can't even really... I don't want to go through the whole list. We only got a certain amount of time, but...
I mean, it kicked off with Jade's favorite, so that was cool. Like, the very first guest was Ahsoka, so...
Oh, yeah.
Voice actor, though.
Voice.
Oh, yeah, of course. Ashley Eckstein, we love her.
Yeah.
So
she's always going to be there.
Yeah, that's true.
Whether it's a Star Wars Celebration or Disney, D23, whatever.
Yeah.
Call me up. I'm ready. New line of her universe, whatever. Let's go. I'm here for the team.
So, Jay, are you looking to get a photo with her, or...
I can't decide, because I'm like, I got a photo taken at... the last convention, the one before that, whatever convention, and it's like snap a photo, walk away, you're done. I feel like you get more time to talk to the people at least a little bit when you get a signature. So I'm kind of like,
so
I don't know.
here's what I recommend. I think I mentioned to you guys when we were talking before, but she usually has a Her Universe big old booth, and premiering a lot of her clothing and stuff. But in Chicago, she had a photo booth. But people were in line to meet her, but it was just they were meeting her at Her Universe, but she was more personable there, and like taking her time to talk to people, and people were like giving her gifts. She would take a picture on people's phones, but then she was also taking pictures on the photo booth and everything. So the line was long, but I know people that it was really worth it, and I had friends that do Fangirls Going Rogue. They did an interview with her at her booth. So, like, me and my friend were taking pictures around it. We felt like paparazzi or, like, press. But if you want, like, a really good 101, I'm sure she's going to have the Her Universe booth. Okay. And I think that would be a lot more worth it. And plus, you probably get, like, a brand new sweatshirt or shirt that's released
it's going to be dangerous.
There. Yeah. Because that's when she released the... and it was really cool because it was a really cool unisex Ahsoka and Hera. I almost bought the Hera one that had her, like, Leiku print on it. Mm-hmm. And I think it just said hero or something, but yeah, people were just talking to her for a long amount of time. So
nice.
But any other guests that might?
I don't know. Sam Witwer.
Oh.
That one is very tempting, but we're trying to wait.
Yeah.
For the Ewan McGregor. Hopefully
Hayden
one
Christensen duo package.
Oh my gosh! Like, just take my money, take my Visa card. I don't care. Like,
yeah. I would definitely get on that one too, because I think Hayden took pictures in Orlando
Mm-hmm. And he's actually been doing a couple of side cons too, some of the other recently. Yeah. So I'm sure they're going to announce him. It's just the Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor. It's like, come on, please.
Yeah.
You have to.
What were you saying, Ryan? Sorry.
He was at Chicago too.
Was he? Okay.
Yep.
I can't remember.
Yeah, Hayden Christensen, but it was like
he was, yeah,
$450 for a picture or autograph or something.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, and his side cons are like $150. So if you could go to a side,
just go to $5.
Yeah, he was at a sign con for $150 just like a couple of weeks ago. I saw.
If you go to a side con for that, then you could do both, and then you could get everyone else, and then go to a side con.
Yeah,
but it's not the same because I
can see going to Star Wars Celebration versus a side con is like going to Disneyland versus another amusement park.
Not very far.
Pay a little bit more for the same thing.
Yeah.
Hayden's like $450. Who's got the higher ground now, huh? Speaking of Hayden and Ewan, do you guys think we'll get a Attack of the Clones 20th anniversary panel? Something
I hope so.
I mean, this is something I would have assumed would have been announced.
Yeah.
By now, because almost, I mean, and that would be a great way to bring Natalie Portman back out, because I don't think she's even done anything like this.
Yeah, I don't think so. She won't be there.
Plugging
busy Thor.
Yeah.
I doubt he comes back either, but Ahmed Best, I don't know, it just seems, at least while things have been kind of wild on the internet, at least in person, I feel the Star Wars fandom, I know, blanking on her name, the actress who plays Rose.
Oh, Kelly Marie Tran.
Mm-hmm.
She got a warm reception at Star Wars Celebration 2019. And I don't know, it'd just be good to kind of have some closure. I know Hayden Christensen had some problems in the past, but people have been really excited about him both being in Obi-Wan and being at Star Wars Celebration. So it'd be good to see Ahmed Best get out there and get his flowers. If not, for everything he did, just for, being a cool person and, like, hey, sorry, you didn't get the most respect and best reception just because we were all super critical. And I say we were all blanket-wise, obviously. But I just like to see some of those things kind of come full circle. So if they're going to do Attack of the Clones, it'd be cool to see him show up.
Yeah,
I'd stand in line for that picture.
I was on the Star Wars show stage floor when they did the Phantom Menace panel in Chicago, when they introduced him. Even out there, I mean, you can hear the crowd in the arena gave him a huge, 2-minute ovation.
Okay.
And even where I was at, watching it on the screen, everybody was clapping and cheering at the screen when he was brought out.
This was at Chicago?
Yeah.
Okay. So he did show up. That's good.
Yeah. He was even on the stage, the Star Wars show stage, which is in the main showroom.
I gave you one of those pins, right? That Ahmed Best. I want to say Nerd Matters is the maker online. They did this really cool. It was actually a benefit pin, but it was a pin of him in the Jar Jar outfit he wore on set. So with Jar Jar on his head and him wearing
the goggles,
wild goggles and stuff, but with his face, it was in different color.
The dark brown goggles.
A fun pin. I'm excited to have that one.
Yeah. Cool. So, besides the panels, what are you guys looking forward to the most? Celebration. Is this your first celebration, or have you been before? Okay, so
it's a trip of first, and we're just excited about all of it.
Oh, right on.
It's like a bucket list thing, right? You're like.
That was my Chicago trip. I did WrestleMania in New York, and then I flew to Chicago and did Celebration.
Man, you were just YOLOing on that. I've done trips like that too, where I just bounce between spending a lot of money to spending even more money.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah. He got over the trip. The WrestleMania tired him out, and Chicago finished him off. I think he only lasted 2 days.
Yeah, but it's a good thing because
we have a break day in the middle there. Wednesday, we're sleeping all day.
Good idea.
Can I ask, are you going purely as fans, or are you going to be covering anything for Walt's apartment? Do you have any plans to?
We're gonna go live on Facebook probably a couple times at least, and then we'll have a post celebration special and
those will I presume will be scheduled. We can all go follow Walt's apartment and find out what time you'll be on there so we can check in?
Yeah, that stuff.
I see Joey enough. I want to see how you guys are enjoying it.
No, the post celebrations are funny when you see different like YouTubers and podcasters, because you go along the floor at not the Hilton but the Marriott, long hallways. You just see people posted up in corners, just in little groups, just with their microphones, like
just all giddy, just be like yeah.
But tired as hell too, because they're doing all day every day. Any post and pre-celebration events you guys are looking forward to or planning on going to?
Yeah. There's a really cool beer one that's happening. I know that much.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. I don't drink alcohol, but this one does. So I'll be the DD.
There will be giveaways worth attending for, even if you don't drink.
That's right.
And being that you have that celebration badge, I'll put a quick pitch in there. Fresh Hops Podcast, our beer podcast. Joe will be down there hosting at Rad Brewing Company on May 28th. And if you do come with that Star Wars Celebration badge, you'll get 3 raffle tickets for some awesome prizes. And if you don't have that Celebration badge, just show up in a Star Wars shirt or any sort of Star Wars garb, and you will get a raffle ticket as well. There's going to be a light speed chug challenge for those who want to participate in that. It's at worst a way for Joe to buy you a beer. So show up at Rad Brewing May 28th. It's also the week of their 1-year anniversary. So they have a lot of rad events going on all week. Check Rad Beer, right? On Instagram?
Yeah.
Rad Beer. We already had that confusion before.
Yeah, and not just like with our event, but yeah, there's events happening.
There's
Wednesday
a big, huge podcast meetup one night.
Yeah,
I have on my list.
And that's a
Thursday.
fun one. Yeah, and that's usually put on by Coffee with Kenobi.
Uh-huh.
And Ryan left just before that one last time, and that was such a fun time. There's so many great Star Wars podcasts that are there, and influencers and stuff. So yeah, that's definitely one of the ones I'm going to. The Boonta Eve event that's happening Wednesday night in Fullerton. Our friends at Skywalker Through Neverland. Richard's releasing his book there that he's been working on, and so that's a big one. I'm going to the Angels game on Friday, which is Star Wars night. I remember last time Celebration was in Chicago, I had tickets to it, but wound up going to Disneyland instead with some friends. But Ashley and her husband David, who played for the Angels, threw out the first pitch. And then when we were in Chicago, Jonas, Chewbacca threw out the first pitch.
Well, and we got to shout out, because you've been to multiple Angels Star Wars nights, and us Giants fans, we don't really have a great taste for this rally monkey. It's kind of a thing they have down there. It's it gets them going. I don't know. But what I do think is awesome is they've given away the rally monkey in many iterations, and at each Star Wars night, there is a different Star Wars themed rally monkey. I think you said they've done Han Solo, Stormtrooper.
Yeah, I got the Jedi and the X-Wing pilot. I think this year's a bobblehead.
Okay. Is it a monkey or is it a player?
It hasn't been said yet. So probably a player.
I've gone on record as saying, and this is not the Angels, it's just a baseball tangent. There's a baseball player named Bo Bichette who plays for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Oh,
shout out to Mr. Canada over here. If they don't make a Boba Fett bobblehead, they are missing a huge opportunity. Boba Fett. I want it. I'll pay big bucks for the Boba Fett bobblehead. So,
that sounds weird on the audio. You say it a couple more times, we might have to cut.
Boba Fett.
Beep, beep.
Yeah.
Big Toronto Blue Jays, I hope you're listening. I hope you're watching. Get that Boba Fett bobblehead out there.
Right on. So other than the podcast meetup, any other meetups you guys are looking forward to, or just going with the flow?
The Legion ball that they have, or the gala, whatever they call it. Waiting to hear details about that. See if maybe that's one we might hit up.
Me too. That's where they haven't announced it yet.
I know, isn't it?
Yeah, because I wanted to go to it, but I'm like, I was trying to wait for our event, but I'm like, I'm just going to plan this up because
they usually post it on the forums first, but I haven't seen it pop up there yet either. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's another $150 I don't need to spend, but real quick, what is this, Ryan?
It's the bobblehead that they're giving away.
Oh, okay. So
we got a
let's
picture?
see. Can you zoom in?
Oh, it's Otani Juan. Oh,
yeah, that's a good one.
You're gonna get that?
Oh, that's awesome.
You're gonna get
it's a lightsaber? Nice.
Yeah, lightsaber bat.
Shohei
Ohtani.
For those who aren't fully versed in baseball, Shohei Ohtani was the most valuable player of the American League last year. Japanese-born baseball player who both pitches amazing and hits the ball amazing. It's the first time since Babe Ruth we've seen a great two-way baseball player.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm probably going to pay
cool one
for that too.
Can you zoom in a little bit more for our YouTube?
Yeah, click the picture.
Audience? If not,
it doesn't click.
Okay,
zoom
no
in
worries.
more then.
That's the zoomiest it goes.
Gosh, Ryan.
I'm sorry.
No, well, thank you for showing.
Canadian internet.
That's
They'd
it.
do us better if it was a Boba Fett bobblehead.
Oh no, Ohtani won
I've got
Kenobi.
some good ones from Giants Star Wars Nights. I have a cool Chewbacca bobblehead where he has his foot on the Giants batting helmet and it plays Chewbacca, like a Chewbacca sound. It's got a sound chip in it.
See, I got the cheaper version where he's just the Wookiee of the year.
I think I have the Brian Wilson and Carbonite that they did. On one side, it's Han Solo, and on the other side, it's Brian Wilson doing his signature thing. There's also a baseball designed to look like a Death Star. That was a cool one.
Well, I'm looking forward to. That's gonna be a cool one. So.
I was just looking up. We got our River Cats Star Wars night coming in July too, so we'll have to.
Cool.
Make plans to do that.
Well, I don't know where to go. I think we've talked about pretty much your guys' plans and our plans, but yeah, I'm excited. We're like I said, we're just about a month away. It's going to be such a crazy time. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully running into you guys, hanging out for a little bit. I'm sure we'll see each other at the couple times throughout the night. So, if you get a little overwhelmed, any questions about Galaxy's Edge, feel free to message any of us up.
Awesome.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So maybe I might see you in the two. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, and we're I think Brianna, one of our co-hosts for Walt's apartment, is hoping to stay there a little bit longer. She's a traveling nurse, and so she's there right now. Hoping she can stay just a smidge longer to overlap with us because we haven't actually got to meet in person. So that would be great.
Yeah, I didn't know she was a traveling nurse until I saw like a couple of her pictures or TikToks. Like, oh, she's at Epcot. Then like a week later, oh, she's at Marvel Avengers Campus. Yeah. It's like, what the hell? Yeah. That's cool though. We've recently met one of our good friends. Our producer Christy's a traveling nurse, and me and Alex have recently met two beer traveling nurses in our beer community. So
nice.
Seems like a fun way to travel.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not, you don't have a family yet, and looking to see the world a little bit, like,
and get paid good money doing it.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, right on. Well, thank you, ladies, for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Had a lot of fun geeking out on Star Wars, and hearing Ryan complain about the sequel trilogy. And no, I'm just kidding. we always give him crap all the time.
It's not my fault. They're not all good.
But before we let you guys go, do you guys want to just let know if anybody wants to follow you guys, or I know you both have like a cosplay page, or just
she, for being a millennial, is not very good about social media, but
I never go on social media. Maybe like once a week, and I never post anything.
Nice.
But if people want to, for celebration purposes, you probably will post a little bit more during that. So it's Snips JR.
I don't even remember it, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. Just follow Mama. I'm Amber Atin Cosplay. That's ATIN. It's Mandalorian for stubborn.
Nice.
On Facebook and Instagram. And then you can always check us out on Walt's apartment.
With some Star Wars Celebration recaps coming up on.
Yeah, and we'll post live videos on Walt's apartment's page and Facebook groups as well during Galaxy's Edge and Star Wars Celebration.
And teasing the swag, or where to find the swag.
Yeah, that's right. No, we'll be posting morning of what we're wearing so people can find us, because apparently that's what you do. Again, it's our first celebration, but I've been researching. But I really like that idea because when we're at a smaller local cons and I've cosplayed before, I always give kids stickers or something. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually a thing I didn't know anything about. I'm on board. Let's do it.
I saw a guy with a backpack in Chicago. I'm like, dude, that's brilliant. He just had a sign on the back of his backpack. Ask me about my swag. So he didn't have to like carry a bunch of stuff. He's like, oh yeah, here you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, there's little tags that'll hang from your daily, your passes that'll say swag or trader.
Yeah.
So.
Well, right on.
I don't know if y'all caught the episode that Joe did with everyone from Skywalking and Mando show and stuff after Celebration 19. But it would be cool if y'all get together and do kind of a celebration wrap on Sunday afternoon, evening, whatever it may be. It would be great, especially with y'all being first-time Star Wars Celebration attendees, to add that voice to the panel. I'm just casting y'all for it because as a listener, I want to hear it. I think that was like a 4-hour pod.
Oh my god!
Oh, nice. Okay, it would have to be Monday then because we're driving home Sunday. So
yeah, what it was my little portable recorder that we recorded from the showroom floor to the panels to walking between the panels to outside, and I just chopped it up together.
Oh,
and a nice brief 4-hour show of just
and you had like a round table where a bunch of you guys sat down together and kind of reflected on the weekend, didn't you?
That might have been on Skywalking, I think.
Okay, well, I know Ryan wasn't there because he left early.
Or leaving today. I think we did their back. It was one of those, but yeah.
It was leaving today.
I really or maybe we just get back together on here or on your podcast to just wrap it up. But anyway, I'll be checking in with all y'all on socials and look forward to when you go live out there. Because as someone who hasn't been to a Star Wars celebration and won't be able to make it to this one, I look forward to catching your take on everything that you see out there.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited I can hardly stand it.
and my one last tip: just enjoy it, go with the flow. Don't try to do everything because it'll be impossible. But
yeah, we've been to some larger cons, so. We know a little bit of not overwhelming yourself with all the things and thinking you can do all the things. Although we have been known to run across the convention center to try to get to something.
And the way the lottery works was kind of weird in Chicago, but it worked out. And there's like a couple times I got into the main room, but then I got in the overflow room for Mandalorian, and that was still really cool.
Nice.
And then I got, like I said, the Star Wars floor stage, so you're able to see the exclusive stuff right away. So.
And I'm going to put another quick beer plug out there. We just had the pleasure of talking to Chris Mocked from the Mocked Tales from the Cantina podcast. He's doing a live podcast event at Unsung Brewing on Sunday. Is it Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday the 29th.
Oh, never mind. You guys are already probably going to be gone.
Yeah.
But from his background with his documentaries and stuff, I got a feeling he's going to have at least if not some really cool guests for that. So just keep an eye on what he's doing. That's going to be really cool.
Cool.
Very cool. Well, once again, thank you guys for taking the time to talk with us and geek out with us, and see you guys in Anaheim in a month.
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Thanks. All right, everybody. So I hope you enjoyed that talk with Amber and Jade from Walt's Apartment Podcast. We've been calling on them a lot lately. A lot of good people there. A lot of good shows they got going. Including Marvel Tribe, the Star Wars, Force Friday, Extra Magic Hours. So, and of course, their flagship news show, Walt's Apartment. So definitely check them out.
Infinity Stones in their gauntlet.
Yeah, absolutely. So look forward to running into them at Celebration. But that is it for episode 110. Of course, we couldn't do this show on a podcast or on YouTube without a few special people. So, Ryan, can you tell our listeners that are new to the show we're about those special people and how they can become?
Yeah.
I'm tired.
It's all good. So we're talking about our DU crew. That is our special Patreon members. You could head over to patreon.com/DU crew, and we got a couple cool tiers for you to check out with some cool swag. So hop on over and join us, and we might be having a pretty cool exclusive episode up there soon. Possibly. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We'll see how it goes. But we'd like to thank our super fans, Jen and Sasquatch. We'd like to thank Mike, Alfredo, Tyler and Discord Apparel. And you can go if you're into hip hop and punk rock and roll and Disney, and you like t-shirts, head over to www.discord.com and get some cool swag.
Swiggity swag. Yes, cool stuff. And like we were hoping to have Matt on the show, kind of plugging the Off Market Mouse happening in September, but we will have him once we're done with all these Star Wars shenanigans coming up over the next rest of the month. We will be starting our Star Wars month celebration. And if you remember, that's what kind of kicked off our YouTube expansion, I guess. And it's just basically us geeking out on Star Wars. I'm blocking Ryan. Oh, you look like Dead Mouse.
That's no moon.
So Star Wars month will be coming soon. I'm working on a few guests. Yeah, move your hands. You could DJ.
I'm trying to grab it.
Yeah, the people on our listening to the podcast don't get it, but YouTube is loving this right now. I should screenshot that. So Star Wars month coming up on YouTube real soon. One guest that we do have that is confirmed is somebody I'm really excited to talk to again, and that's Brandon, the owner of Geeky Tikis. We'll be just geeking out on Star Wars, geeking out on Tiki, and see what they're doing at Celebration. He's got some cool stuff coming out. And once again, if you're new to the show and just kind of found us, Alex, where can they interact with us or download our podcast?
If y'all seeing this face, if y'all seeing Mr. Dead Mouse below me, if you're seeing all the stuff that's going on here, you're already on the DU TV, Disney Universe TV YouTube, and we thank you for it. Check us out. If you're listening to this voice talk about what you're not seeing, then you're not already on Disney Universe TV. You need to go over to the YouTube. You need to look up Disney Universe TV, and you need to subscribe. We're putting all the episodes out here as a visual so you can see our beautiful faces as we put this audio podcast out for you. And if you're looking for something that you're like, oh, well, I can just listen to that on Spotify or Apple Music or Stitcher or wherever I get my podcasts. Well, we have other stuff on here that is not on those podcast platforms. We've got parks content. We've got unboxings. We've got exclusive shows. Right now, we're in the middle of Moon Knighting, where we are digesting each and every episode of Disney Plus's Moon Knight. We'll have another one of those coming to us just later tomorrow night because, I'm one of those midnight boys who shows up and watches when the episodes first drop. So please, if you don't already, give us a like on the show if you're watching this, and please subscribe if you haven't already. We're trying to get to that 100 subscriber mark so that we can be granted with the privilege of showing you live footage. And we got a lot of cool stuff coming up. As you heard already, Joe's going to be at Star Wars Celebration. Ryan's going to be in the parks. Just before that, I'm going to be at Disney World for 2 weeks. So we'd love to share that stuff with y'all. And we do have a giveaway planned for when we hit that 100 subscriber mark. So if you're already subscribed, tell a friend. If you're not subscribed, do it now. And if you don't want to do either, we thank you for listening. Thanks for showing up. We're just here to talk about what we love, and we're glad that you love it too. But just know that you can be seeing me do this.
Yay!
That's right. You didn't hear that. You could only see that on Disney Universe TV. So come check us out.
And speaking of things you can see but not hear, people have been wondering, where is the Hatbox Goat? Well, he's right there, blocking Ryan right now.
Oh,
No way.
Ryan's right between his legs.
But the thing that messed up is the goat mistaken the dynamite for a microphone, so he ate his microphone. So you can see him on YouTube, and hopefully we'll fix his mic, and you'll be able to hear him.
Dynamite microphone.
Yeah. Well, that now I had to get him the regular dynamite, but hopefully that microphone.
Yeah, he was saying too many explosive things.
Yes, he's been a bad boy, so we'll have to get him new
blowing
mics.
up the conversation.
Hey. So we will be back next couple weeks with another probably Star Wars heavy show. We usually do this leading up to Star Wars Celebration, and might have another guest or might not. We're not sure. And eventually we're going to do a a watch along. We were going to put out a vote, but I think because it's the 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones, we might do an Attack of the Clones commentary or watch along. So we'll figure out the particulars on that soon. But thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. If you are watching, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, smash the bell, smash something. I don't know, but Ryan's about to knock himself out. So that's a good time to see you guys later. And I guess until next time,
may the force be with you.
Till infinity and beyond.
Y'all just walked down the road. I paved it.
Good night, guys.